Haru and Yuki. Yuki Haru. Haru and Yuki. Yuki Haru.
The Ox and Rat Podcast, also known as Oars. What is good, people? It is the third episode of the Ox and Rat Podcast, talking about Kaguya Ultra. I forgot the name of this. Ultra Romantic. Kaguya-sama season 3. You know what I'm saying? Talk to Boy said, "Why do you always live stream so late?" We are on Eastern time, so this is 6 p.m. for me. So it's in the afternoon, so it's not late for me. I don't know what time zone you're on, so I guess that's the answer. But I'm joined here with my co-host Perry. Perry, you want to say something to the people?
I just want to say NBA playoffs are going off. Ramadan is almost over. Got about 6 more days, and I can eat.
Yes, sir. 6 days. Oh yeah, 6 days. Man, this episode had a lot in it. I want to talk about. I don't think we should go over an hour. We can't because I gotta watch the game. But let's see what's the starting point going to be. I guess we'll go in chronological order for a little bit. So we got Kashiwagi drama in this episode because she thought her boyfriend was cheating on her. I guess the first thing I want to ask you is, because this was brought up in a show, what is cheating for you? Like, where do you fall on the cheating spectrum?
Okay, I was when they mentioned it in the show, I was like, damn, that's actually a good question. Like, cheating is like different for different people. I think let me think. I think cheating would just be like maybe kissing the other person, because probably kissing the other person probably be like my line of like what actual cheating is, or like you're planning to go out with somebody, like you plan to go out with this guy that I have no idea who he is, or like you're hiding stuff from me. I feel like that counts as cheating for me. What about you?
See, because when you say cheating, then yeah, it is like you think of physical contact or something like that. But for like cheating for me, I feel can start just with flirting. That's just me. I'm a little more strict on it because I do feel that even if nothing comes out of it, then you still could be cheating. Just like just a thought. Not it's not just like looking at a girl or something like that. That's not really cheating because that's kind of a natural thing. But I feel like when you entertain the idea, that's cheating.
Yeah, it's fun. I didn't. It was my first time watching the episode today. I didn't watch it like when it first came out, but like I was actually watching some Kevin Samuels interview discussions he had with his women, and one of the women who called in was saying like, "Oh, me and my boyfriend broke up because I see him liking other girls' pictures on Instagram." And Kevin Samuels was like, "Wait, why is that a problem for you?" And she was like, "Well, because he's kind of cheating." I'm like, "No." Kevin Samuels was like, "No, that's like your insecurities talking about like just is he fucking her?" And she's like, "No." Is he having is he like entertaining them? He's like, no, he's just liking the picture. And he's like, Kevin Samuels was like, well, that's like your insecurities talking to you about that. So that's kind of interesting that this episode kind of talked about that while watching the Kevin Samuels video.
Yeah, that makes sense because for one, just in that or the example that you use, like in like an Instagram picture or something, because that's like liking pictures is different for other people, because there are some people who just like everything that you put out. They'll just be like, "Oh, that's cute," or "Oh, that's cool." Like people don't likes aren't valued equally. People aren't just going to like it because they go, "Oh, damn, that girl fine as it." It's not like that a lot of times. Sometimes people just like just to like.
Yeah, because like when I don't know if you've ever seen it before, but like, have you seen like a depressing message and then you like it, and then people kind of take it two different ways, like, oh, yeah, they're not liking it, or like they like, oh, damn, my dad just like, you like it?
Yeah, you agree with this, right?
Yeah.
I don't even like posts like that because of people might misinterpret what I'm exactly liking it for.
Yeah, I try to stay away from that too.
Yeah, so it's in that example, it's kind of tough. But that's an interesting question that I feel is going to vary from person to person. But Either way, what Kashiwagi got from what she saw from her boyfriend, I think we could agree is a little overboard. Just a little. Because she hired a private investigator. She looked through his phone while he was in the bathroom. And did she do something else? No, I think that was about it.
Yeah. She just found. Yeah, that was about it.
But I'm like, yo, okay. To her credit, he looked suspicious. Okay, we got that. But then again, I'm thinking, how much did she know for her to get to that point of hiring a private investigator? Because I feel like that's when it goes super overboard.
Yeah, because like I think the first thing she mentioned was like it was getting chummy, and then like Miko was like, "Oh, that's nothing." Kagi was like, "Gotta, hey,
Yeah.
and then that nigga
Get that nigga. Yeah, so
I think. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't think she had any evidence to distrust him that much to hire a private investigator. She tried to use an excuse like, "Oh, I'm trying to prove his innocence." No, you not. No, you not, bro. You want him to be innocent. That's true, I think, but you had to have distrust for him to go that far.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me was like the karaoke thing. I think that's the only one that's kind of off. Cause like cause like that's kind of crazy. You going solo with like another person to just karaoke without telling me. That's like the only one where I'm like, okay, I can see how you'd be scared of that or think he's cheating.
Yeah, and then it raised the question like, why was he doing all that stuff? If he was just trying to give a present to her, why all that stuff?
Yeah, the karaoke was a little too far. Like everything else, like just like going to the store and trying to pick her out again. I understand that, and then getting tutored, that's nothing. Apparently, enough for everybody but Kaguya, because she seen that.
Yeah. She wasn't fucking with that.
Miko felt that dark aura go around. She said, "What's going on?" Turned around, seen a demon beside her.
I also thought it was funny that Kashiwagi went to Kaguya for advice, and this is sort of a theme with Kaguya. A lot of people be talking to her, and she do not fuck with them. Like, she's done this with Chica multiple times where she'll just be like, "You fucking parasite, like I hate you." And she's also done it with Chica's little sister. I think her name is like Moiha or something like that. She'll just put on the front of like, "Oh yeah, being all positive and happy and fake," but she really don't fuck with a lot of people, bro.
Yeah, because I think when
Kashiwagi
first came in, she was like, "Oh, look at this annoying girl, probably another annoying situation."
Yeah.
She was so dismissive.
But in her insecurities, I think we saw the insecurities of Kaguya as well, because as you said, her threshold for cheating was very like it didn't take much for her to label something as cheating. But then what I found also was interesting was when she mentioned the whole karaoke thing. Then Kaguya said, "Oh no, that's not cheating," because obviously for her to admit a situation in which a boy and a girl are going to this karaoke room, for her to admit that's cheating, then she would have to admit that something happened between Shirogane and Hayasaka. So, you know, she was being very vain about that moment, so she had to kind of trick herself into saying like, no, I don't see that as cheating.
Yeah, and like it was funny because that's the thing that turned Miko off. She was like, "Oh yeah, that nigga cheating. Yeah, that nigga cheating. I read about this. I got the facts."
Yeah, she was trying to be diplomatic about everything up until that point. She was just, you know, being on her lawyer shit like, "Oh no, that's not technically cheating." But as soon as that happened, nope.
Yeah, that nigga guilty. I got the rope right here, girl.
and shout out to Miko, man. Shout out to Miko. That's my girl.
Good. I think a funny scene was like when Kashiwagi first walked in there, she telling her situation. Miko was like, "You know, according to the civil code, you can divorce him."
Yeah.
I was like, "Wait, what? Divorce?"
Yeah, she is a stickler for the rules, bro. Too much so. Let's see. So they actually Kashiwagi confronted him. I still don't know if he has a name, so he's just going to. I'm gonna keep referring to him as Kashiwagi's boyfriend, but she confronted him about the issue, gave her the necklace. Well, I was gonna say she actually didn't really confront him about the issue, because she just asked him, did he like her? And then he said, yeah, and they gave her the necklace.
Mm-hmm.
And we assumed that nothing happened between her and Maki, or between him and Maki. And I think that's like the correct assumption based on what Maki was doing, because Maki seemed pretty down. But I mean, he never answered that question directly on like exactly everything he was doing with Maki, because like we said, it made sense for him to go shopping with her, but then he was also studying with her, karaoke. It's like, yo, what's going on?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Do you think there's more to that, or is it just it is what it is?
I think it is what it is. I think he's probably just like a oblivious character to like what his actions, how it actually seems like his girlfriend and people around him. Because I think even like when Maki was like talking about it, she was like, it was nothing, it wasn't too bad, but you know, I'm trying to sneak my way in there, you know, tempt them a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so they did their thing. They made out in the hallway, and
Hey yo, what they made they was damn near having sex. I was like, yo,
yeah,
what's
they
going
was,
on?
they was going in. But I
Yeah.
mean, but that's how niggas was getting down in high school, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we had a staircase, bro. And that shit was infamous. Oh lord,
The school, you already know where people gonna be at.
yeah, niggas had a motherfucking little sanctuary, like them hideouts, nigga.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did their thing, and I find their relationship interesting because I feel like it's supposed to be some sort of model for Shirogane and Kaguya, because they've been together for like 6 months, I believe they said.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because Shirogane and Kaguya kind of like clumsily got them together. And obviously those two aren't together, but they're the ones giving the love advice. But I feel like they are going to learn from some of the mistakes and some of the good things out of their relationship, because they're reoccurring characters and they always go to those two for advice. So I think it's more than just seeing their individual plot lines and getting comedy from that. I feel like it's supposed to relate to our main characters in some way.
Yeah, I think it's a vessel for us to show how they show their love to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like the advice they give is kind of like the advice they give is like we talked about last week episode was like kind of like how they kind of show their love for each other and like what they think the other person would like, or Kage and Shirogami would like from the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they had their little happy end, and they'll probably stay a strong couple to the end. But I don't know, man. We got snakes in the grass, man. Snakes in the grass. You know what I'm saying? We had Maki.
Ooh, Demon Time Maki, first of a name.
I like Maki. Maki is a funny character because if you look at a lot of the moments in Kaguya-sama, I don't know if you ever noticed her, but she's always in the background looking.
Really?
Yeah, you had to go back to the Kaguya episodes. Like, I could show you some screenshots, maybe like after I get off and I actually look for them. But there's been moments where you'll see Kashiwagi and her boyfriend together, and she's just in the background lurking.
Oh, damn! I gotta go back and watch the episodes then, because I thought she was I thought she was like just a character that came out of nowhere. Oh, okay, a new character.
She was one of the ones that because how Kashiwagi and her boyfriend got together was Kashiwagi was talking to her friends. They were like gossiping about him, and then he felt self-conscious. He went to Shirogane, blah blah blah. She was one of the friends that were like making fun of him. And then you could see, I could show you that because I know I could find that screenshot. You could see when they get together, the other friends, Kashiwaki's friends, look kind of disappointed. And I always found that screenshot weird because I'm like, why would they be disappointed unless they like them too? Mm-hmm. And I think that actually is, I mean, we know Maki for sure, but maybe the other friends as well.
And Kashiwagi boyfriend like that? Damn.
I mean, like, I guess, like, now Kashiwagi's boyfriend now, yeah, he did glow up a little.
Yeah, what's that's that line. You didn't like me when I was down, don't like me when I'm up.
I was thinking of what's his name? I think it was Mike Jones back then. They didn't want me.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. But man, Maki, we had some good things in this episode, but I want to talk about the real shit because I feel Maki is going to bring up the plot line that I've been itching for, and that's Kaguya's family. Because there's a lot to unpack. So one thing that I found interesting was Maki was third in the school in terms of her grades.
Mm.
And I went back to look at the exam results. Because remember that one episode where Shirogane was working super hard to stay number one?
Yeah.
And I looked at the exam results. Maki was third, but she was only 1 point behind Kaguya. 1 single point. And I'm like, considering how hard Kaguya, how hard she works and her standing in a story, that's super interesting because you have someone from a branch family who you saw there was tension between those two. I could see like this plot line being explored later on to where it's like I think of it kind of like a Neji and Hinata situation.
So make that joke. I was just gonna say, Mikey finna throw him hands on Kaguya like Neji style, shooting his hands.
I could definitely see like something like that. It's flipped because Neji was part of the branch, but you understand where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Someone from the branch trying to like usurp the main family. I think that's where they're going to go with Maki because there was friction between those two immediately. Because as soon as Kaguya walked in, you saw Maki had the dead eyes.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in beef between those two.
Yeah. I also like how Maki's character is kind of like a stand-in for like Kaguya and like how her family views like people like Kashiwagi's boyfriend, because she was saying like, oh, I can't marry him. You know, why would a tiger date a rat? Which I was offended by.
Man, they gonna give you representation, man. Better representation.
I hope so. But yeah, just seeing that and how she was kind of like basically same thing as Kaguya, where she was like, oh, he has to confess first, you know, yada stuff like that.
Yeah, and she's definitely a parallel to Kaguya in that sense because her wanting to get together with Kashiwaki's boyfriend is similar to, in terms of the disparity between classes, the same thing as Kaguya and Shirogane. And I don't know how it's going to work between Maki and her pursuit of Kashiwaki's boyfriend. I expect it not to go well. But this also might be a parallel to something we were talking about before, and that's Hayasaka. Because I talked about how I believe that Hayasaka might become a part of a love triangle between herself, Kaguya, and Shirogane. And we already have this love triangle now with Kashiwaki, her boyfriend, and Maki. I think it may relate to though those love triangles may parallel to each other because obviously Maki's trying to steal Kashiwaki's boyfriend away from her, but they are friends in the same way that I believe that Hayasaka might try to steal Shirogane away from Kaguya, but they're still friends.
Yeah, I could definitely see like a kind of like, I don't know what that'd be like not a triangle, it'd be like a I don't know what it'd be, but I could definitely see that happening in her in the way she's kind of pursuing Kashiwagi's boyfriend.
They need to give Buddy a name, bro.
Yeah, because like this episode, like I wrote down Kashiwagi's name, I wrote down Maki's name. I was like, all right, the boyfriend, still nothing.
Kashiwagi's boyfriend, that's it.
Yeah.
Hey man. But yeah, how do you feel about that? What's your philosophy on that whole like stealing someone's boyfriend or girlfriend? You with it? You not with it? It's part of the game.
The game is the game, man. I like it. Hey man, like, what's that I was saying? Like, why would I fight somebody why would I fight like if you go after a girl who's single, you have to fight against a whole bunch of other niggas. If you go for a girl who's in a relationship, you only gotta fight one nigga.
That is such trash logic. See, okay. See, like I don't know. If you really okay, here's my thing. If Maki wants to be in a relationship, a serious relationship with Kashiwagi's boyfriend, then I do think it's an issue with pursuing her. And I'm taking the friend aspect out of it. I'm just saying if it was any random person that she was pursuing. For the simple fact that if someone is in a relationship like that and all things considered, they're having a good relationship. If they're that choosy to leave that person that they were committed to go to you, they will do it again.
Yeah, that like when I see people do that stuff and like, oh, me and her dated because she was talking because when I was in a relationship, she kind of me and her started dating. While my other relationship, I'm like, wait, you don't think he gonna cheat again? You don't think she gonna cheat again?
Yeah,
like these are red flags.
Yeah. So if your only thing was that you wanted to, I don't know, if you wanted to fuck him or something like that, that's different. I guess like go, you can do that without having any attachment or anything like that. That's still a snake move because that is your friend. But I mean, it is what it is. I guess it's the game. Wouldn't let that happen to me though. That's all I'll say.
Nah, that's crazy, man. I can't imagine catching a significant other with another person. That's crazy.
It's funny too because Kashiwagi was thinking of who to kill first. So,
oh yeah, I forgot about that line. She was like, "I gotta catch a body on kill first, the mistress or the man." It's always crazy to me, like how like situations like that when someone's get caught cheating, and then like the person who gets cheated on is like, "I'm going after the other person and not the person like my boyfriend or girlfriend who was in the situation."
Yeah.
That was weird. They was like the third party. I'm like, wait, why you mad at them? You should be mad at the other person.
This situation is a little different. 'Cause I understand what you mean because that always strikes me as weird too because the person that betrayed your significant other is your significant other. They're in a relationship with you. That other person doesn't have a relationship with you, except for in this case where Maki is her friend. So in that sense, yeah, she does have a point of who she need to kill first because that is kind of fucked up. She's probably been friends with Maki longer, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess we'll see that play out. It's a fun little subplot they have running in the background, and it seems the more episodes pass by, Kashiwagi and her boyfriend's relationship is even more. It grows stronger. So.
Another thing I liked is like I liked how she trying to like rationalize it, like, oh man, this is like a high school lovey-dovey love, and then in another year they'll break up, and then Shigami was like, man, when you break up with somebody, you be probably second fiddle. Oh, I took my ex-girlfriend here. Oh, this is the place where my ex-girlfriend, me and her used to eat. This is our song. Like that stuff do come up a lot.
It do be like that.
It'd be funny because some relationships be like you break up with somebody, it'd be like battle lines. All right, I get this Chinese restaurant, you get that Italian restaurant.
Oh yeah, you think you got like territories and shit.
Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, that was pretty much with the was there something else I wanted to mention? Oh yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to mention with Maki other than the family stuff, and that's when Ishigami was pressing Maki to admit that she liked Kashiwagi's boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I found that moment a little weird. I feel it's not like out of bounds for Ishigami's character to do that, but considering what we got later in the episode with the 10 yen coin game and that question of are you in love, and we got 3 yeses, I feel like Ishigami might have been projecting, or at least saying feelings that he himself believes that he should follow. Of the whole thing of you like someone, you need to admit it, blah blah blah. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I definitely agree because I think one of the things, like I think Ishigami even mentioned himself, he liked about Maki was like she was willing to say what's on her mind. He kind of respected her for doing that, so I definitely could see how that would be a parallel for later on in the episode, like you said in the 10 yen game.
So the 10 yen game, we got 5 questions from each character.
Yeah.
Heads or tails, Heads for yes, tails for no. The first question was asked by Chica, and the question was, "Are you in love?" We got 3 yeses, 3 out of 5 yeses. We can assume for sure Kaguya said yes because she admitted as much. But this is where everything gets interesting. The mystery is odd because we had the element of this lie detector there, but no one actually ever took it. So all the questions that or every result that we see, other than like the reactions that we've seen, they might not entirely be accurate. Like there's like a chaos factor in all of this. So I don't know if those 3 yeses are actually accurate to what everybody feels. But if it'll be too hard to really think about all that. So I'm just going to assume, for the sake of argument, that everybody told the truth on every single question. So we got 3 yeses, 3 out of 5 between Chika, Kaguya, Shirogane, Miko, Ishigami.
Yep.
If we assume that Kaguya and Shirogane said yes, who is the other person?
Ishigami.
Second question. Who is Ishigami in love with?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Assuming I'm gonna walk on a ledge and say I don't think it's Shirogane. So it's going to be between Chika, Kaguya, and Miko.
The Shirogami, that Ishigami and Chika matchup, kind of nasty, man. Kind of like it. Kind of like it.
It do kind of hit though.
Yeah.
Chika don't got no romance, so it could happen.
It's true. Oh, I forgot. That was the last question, right? Do you like somebody here, right?
The question, no, that wasn't one of the questions, but one of the questions was, do you like Kaguya? Or Kaguya asked, is someone in love with her? That's what it was.
Man.
But Ishigami is probably the best guess.
Yeah, Miko seemed too like out of it. Like, oh my gosh, you like somebody? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I feel like, I feel like if Miko was actually in love with someone, she would be a lot more like fidgety.
Yeah. Because I don't think she. Because one thing about a lot of type thing, I think it was there to basically prevent people from actually lying. Because like everybody, it was so crazy. Like, everybody was like, yeah, lying is not an option. Lying is not an option at all.
And by the way, just for all my convicts out here, man, I've been watching the first 48, bro. You can trick them polygraphs, bro.
Yeah.
You can trick. You can beat the polygraph, bro. All you got to do is before you get there, try to raise your heart rate. Get some caffeine in your system. That way, that your base heart rate is already high, so that when you're actually lying, then your heart rate matches. Because all a polygraph is it looks for spikes in your heart rate, and usually that indicates that you're lying. And usually, if you answer a question and your heart rate is the same, then that means that you're telling the truth. But polygraphs aren't something that you can even use as evidence in court, so it's usually a scare tactic.
Yeah, that's one thing about polygraphs. Is like people, like I think, because people gotta realize, like if polygraphs was just this so accurate thing, people use it all the time. Like there's a reason why you don't see it every time you do like a little crime or something like that.
Yeah,
it's not like feasibly like reliable enough where you could just like, oh yeah, polygraph test is this, because like it's literally like your heart, like as Husky said, your heart rate could change on different things. You could be nervous. Things.
Yeah, but besides that, Ishigami, I feel, is the one. If we assume that Shirogane was the other person as well, I think the best guess to go with who he is in love with, to me, it can only be Kaguya or Miko. I don't think it's Chika.
Yeah.
The reason why I even throw out Kaguya there, but it's probably not Kaguya just because she also asked, is anybody in love with her, and she only got one yes. But the reason why I feel like it could be Kaguya is just because of their budding relationship throughout all of this. Yeah, Ishigami was scared of Kaguya in the very beginning, but she's also been helping him throughout, helping him with studying so that he wouldn't had to repeat a grade. he even said in this episode that he likes Tsunade. So I mean,
Oh yeah.
that's Kaguya. Yeah. So I feel like Kaguya is a possibility. I'm leaning more towards Miko, but I'm not ruling out Kaguya at all.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Because I think it's funny too. Because I don't think would you consider Kaguya like a tsundere though?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so okay. See, I think of more of as like the kudere. Like you start off cold, and then you because I think tsundere. I think tsundere is a lot more specific than people give it to. I think tsundere is like you like actually hate somebody, then you warm up to them. While like the kudere one is like you're like a cold, distant person, and then you warm up.
Uh, Let me see. I'm trying to look up the exact. I think Kasuna days can also be cold like that as well. I don't know if there's here's the Urban Dictionary definition. A Japanese term for a character development process that describes a person who is initially cold and sometimes even hostile before gradually showing a warmer, friendlier side over time. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Okay, that's all they give me. Shit. I just had to look up the because I always get it because I always get the specifics of Tsunade and Kudere mixed up. But but yeah. I could definitely see Ishigami liking Kaguya. I see that as a possibility.
Man.
Second question was, do you hate Ishigami?
Yeah. After the first question, these questions got crazy. Like, it got real dark.
Yeah. That boy used that opportunity, man. He said, keep it real with me, man.
Yeah, I'm sick of this. Let me know right now. That'd be wild if everybody would say yes. Like, oh,
he got one yes. I'm assuming the yes was from Miko.
Yeah.
It would be wild if it was like Chica or somebody.
Yeah. So you said I first immediately said Miko, then like I was like, I want a Chica, you know.
Yeah. The issue is we don't know Chica's actual feelings on most things.
Yeah, she's just like a game demon.
Yeah. She a notorious cheater too.
Hey, okay, relax now. We got opportunity.
Okay. Coming from the rat.
Hey, man, I'm about that cheese.
So the third question was Miko asked also the same type of thought, insecure. Is she needed? Everybody said yes, so nothing there.
Low key, I if I was in a situation, I'd be trolling a little bit. Cause like I'd be trolling just a little bit. Cause like one no, you'd be like you'd be so like who is it? Who said no?
Looking around the room and shit.
Yeah.
Kaguya asked the question. Doing her her Kaguya shit.
Yeah.
Her planning, trying to get Shirogane called up. She asked, "Is anybody in love with her romantically?" And she only got one yes, and I obviously we gotta assume that's Shirogane.
Yeah. Because
we saw the coin trick or whatever, but the coin trick was only just to hide your answer. It wasn't to actually change your answer. It was just to hide who you thought it was coming from. So yeah, we can assume that person was Shirogane. So I'm kind of surprised that more people didn't hop on that, because you would think if you thought someone was in love with one of the people in the student council, you'd be like, oh shit, who is it? But
yeah. But Chica did make it a point to like not like make it a big deal when you find out it's my answer about a question, because that's part of the game. Keep it kind of like anonymous and keep it to yourself.
Yeah. I mean, it would be hard to guess that Kaguya and Shirogane are an item, because a lot of people think that already. So, yeah.
I don't know, man. You know how Chica swing?
She did have a little moment with Kaguya, but yeah. And then the last question was basically like who tried to cheat with the coins, and we got 3 yeses on that.
I feel like this is a dumb question on Shirigame's part, because like you're playing with Chica, Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you play with Chica, and she's like, she's known for this. So I feel like that was like such a bad question to use.
Yeah. Man, he got a one track mind. They're super smart, but he's only thinking of Kaguya in the moment, trying to get her caught up, and I don't think he was even really thinking about that.
Yeah.
But yes, obviously, we know what she could be doing, man.
Anything for a W, man. I respect it, man.
QRW6 in the chat said, "What up, Satsuki and Perry? Kaguya-sama episode was great, and like that, y'all are talking about it." Yes, sir. We almost at the end though.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man, and everybody else in the chat.
You know what I'm saying? But it was an interesting game. I found what was interesting is that all of this happened because of Shirogane going to that group date, and another thing I took away from that is we don't get a lot of real moments with Chica. It's usually always comedic, but I find that the fact that she's never been on a group date interesting because
Yeah, she's very social. Like I expect her to be like, like a social butterfly, but going out to party stuff like that.
yeah. And I wonder why that is. I wonder if her family is very strict on like relationships and things like that. I'm not entirely sure because you would assume that the answer to that would be no, but it seems a lot of these students have a lot of freedom in school, but not so much outside of it. So you never know. You never know.
Yeah, this school probably also expensive as hell.
Yeah.
'Cause, like if you go to school like two Shinomiyas, like it must be like top dollar, best of the best in Japan.
Yeah. Oh, I was looking for my screenshots, but real moment from Chica. Is there anything else?
We talk about like the last thing, like Kaguya and then Shirogane.
Oh, that was a real good moment. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. I like that. It's like I'm glad that we're getting like some kind of progress to their relationship at all because I feel like some shows I ain't gonna say no names, throw no shots at nobody.
Listen, I already know what you talk about without you even finishing your sentence. Oh my god, boy.
Right. Say that nigga tricking y'all. That nigga tricking y'all.
Bro, I asked because I think Saucy thought I was Saucy and Stoney thought I was trolling them. I was dead ass. I was like, wait, I thought they got together. What's going on? He was like, no, she just in an apartment. I was like, what? How are you letting them get away with this shit?
It's so crazy, Sasuke, man. I don't read it like every week, but I just pop in every like few weeks to see what's going on. And like this last arc was like crazy because it was basically like I don't know. You seen the show, right?
I only watched a little bit of it, but
so you know Mommy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
His ex-girlfriend basically was like, oh yeah, she basically exposed them for like being a fake relationship, and then they was like, oh no, we were in a relationship, and she was like, all right, kiss him then, and that basically what that little mini arc was, and then like now she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed, I can't be dating a client. I'm like,
oh my god. See, yeah, because that was the moment I saw when she was saying like, oh yeah, I'm actually in a relationship with him. So I was thinking, oh shit, oh they finally did like they, oh fuck, and then this nigga said, nah, they, bro, that nigga can't, bro, this shit is 200 and how many chapters, bro?
like 20 something.
No way, man. Well, let me see. Let me see, man. Nah, rent a girlfriend manga.
I'll read the chat a little bit. Scroll up a little bit. Let me see. All right. Decrepit Storm says hello. Light Ruler says women aren't your property, Sasuke. Toxic much? Light Ruler also says Kaguya being mad at Chika teaching Shirogami. Yeah, that was funny as hell. Lalo Pato says who's best girl? For me it's Chika. Chika gang.
You already know who it is for me, Kaguya-sama. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. The Decrepit Storm said I was going to mention that rat line. And you know, the Decrepit Storm, I keep my eye on those shots they be sending them at me. I be seeing them. Light Ruler says, I love Chica, but I'm never playing a game with her. Yeah, Chica do be plotting.
Yeah. I can't lie. I'm starting. For me, it's always going to be Kaguya is my favorite, but Miko getting up there. I'm not gonna cap. I like the holes through the council, to be honest, though.
Yeah.
Miko getting up there. I don't. She hasn't overtook Chica for me just because I have to respect the chaos that Chica can ensue anytime she pops up. She's the ultimate wild card. But Miko, okay, I see you.
Yeah, it's just funny because I forget like how outlandish the student council is. So like having Miko there being like a straight man is like something I completely forget like how great that can be.
Yeah, it's sort of needed. It's sort of needed.
Yeah. Oh, QRW6 says this shows know how to flashback past scenes, which makes these episodes hits and can't be missed. He also says, to be honest, Rent a Girlfriend is there for the money now because it's obvious he's prolonging the series. Oh yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree.
Oh
But I don't
man.
know. But I don't know if it's him or it's the editors, because like I know like if you seen like the Rent a Girlfriend like numbers they doing a lot of numbers. So like editors probably like, hey yo, I know you're trying to get this in 100 chapters, but like, hey yo, they paying us, man. We get paid.
He did the whole the stringer shit. Step on that shit. Our shit already weak. We can't do step on that motherfucker.
Stretch that shit out, man.
Yeah. Oh my god, bro. That's crazy. But that's about everything to talk about in this episode. Unless you had something to add, Perry.
Nah. It's just funny that like every time we talk about an aspect of the show, next week it touches on it. Like it's like 3 days in a row now, 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah. It's always sprinkling in serious bits in there that I feel is interesting to uncover, and I think what that is the Maki stuff. Pay attention. If anybody's an anime only, pay attention to Maki. I'm telling you, she's going to be a much important character later on in the series. I could already feel it based on her interaction with Kaguya. But yeah, that is all there is to talk about episode 3. Very good episode. Pleased with this. So yeah, we'll be back next week, same time, Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Sorry if we're late for other people in different time zones, but this works out best for us. You can always catch the VOD. Comment below, like, you know, what you thought about certain things we said or how you felt about the episode. We'll appreciate that. But yeah, we out. Peace.
Peace.